Hi guys, Tara here. Tonight I have my wonderful husband joining me. Tonight we're going to be talking about League. Well, mainly he will, because he knows a lot more about it than I do. And toxic players and what you can do to avoid that, and champions and their specs and whatnot. So, without further ado, here you go.
Okay. You can, well, for toxic players mostly, they mostly ruin the game by pretty much lowering the performance of other players just by insulting them repeatedly. And ways to get around them is to pretty much just hit the mute button. You just hold the tab, and then there will be a mute button next to each player, and just go and press that. And then you won't have to listen to them ever again for the rest of the game. And then afterwards, you can even block them completely. So then you don't have to ever play with them ever again. And eventually, once they've gone through probably even the whole list of all players in the world, which would be practically almost impossible, because all the new players coming in and some old players coming back and then running into them, and they'd be like, ugh, another toxic, whatever.
So who's your favorite champion?
Oh.
Just your preference.
Well, probably one of my favorites is probably definitely Morgana. Although I was playing her back in like season 3, or no, it was somewhere after. You know, it's back in the season when Sejuani was a new release. I ended up getting Morgana shortly after, and I pretty much mained her for a mid, and I even soloed top with her. And I also did some supporting, but I did mostly mage stuff. And even when I do support now, I go with mostly a mage build. Like, I start off with the normal items for support Morgana, but she has all her mage abilities still intact. Like, I don't go any of the support route for her talents or runes or anything. So she's going to do heavy damage, lockdown, and pretty much just make it easier for the AD carry to kill somebody.
Okay, what about Ashe?
Ashe, I liked her. I hadn't tried her since her updates, but I did play her back when she had all of her old skills, and they were all quite good back then too.
What kind of specs would you suggest for her?
Well, of course, AD carry, and something to help with her mana. I would suggest the what was that weapon? The Reaver, I think it was. Anyways, every time you it gives you a % back of your mana. It helps you regen your mana per kill, I think.
Sivir?
Sivir, she's a really good champion, a really good AD carry. She's good at chasing down and having her team help chase them down. And then her bouncing blades clears waves pretty good. Then her Q has an extremely good range, and then it comes back on you. Kind of like Ahri's Q, except it doesn't do true damage on the way back.
Okay, any other champions that you like?
Shyvana, I like her. I really do like Shyvana. Shyvana is really tanky, and yet she does a lot of damage. Even if you just build her full on, damage, she'll still have some good tanking in there, especially when she goes into her dragon form. But if you go with a tank route, she's really hard to kill, and she's a big nuisance to everybody.
Okay, what about Callista?
Callista, she's she's one of those champions you really have to duo real well, and you have to have a lot of practice with her. Because if you misuse her ult, it can backfire on you and just make everything worse. Or you can just completely troll your partner with her.
Okay.
As long as I recommend only doing that with your friends, though.
Well, how about you do my personal favorite, Annie?
Annie, oh my god, she has really good burst, and plus her ability to stun with any of her abilities. That's her passive. You cast 3 spells, and then you can just drop Tivers on him, and he'll do an AoE stun. Or you can use her flamethrower ability, the one that comes out in a cone, and that'll stun anybody that's in that cone. And the damage she can lay down in a burst is extremely high. And she combos well with others who can do AoE damage burst. If you're going to combo her with an assassin who does single target damage, like Kha'Zix, or Talon does some AoE, and they have changed some of his abilities, but he's still mainly focused on one person, and he just does light damage to the others. But comboing her with one of them, you might want to have the assassin target the one who's the tankiest, and then have Annie focus them as well, and her AoE damage will kill everyone who's squishy. And along with the whatever AoE damage that the assassin has.
Okay.
And it'll wipe out a group real quick.
You ever played any of the Yordles?
Yes, Teemo is one of my favorites, of course. Because he can just troll the heck out of everybody and make everyone mad.
Everybody hates Teemo.
I played him when he was really good at AD and his AP was not so good. But whenever they fixed the bug with his AP problem, with his poison, where it wouldn't tick whenever you were shooting somebody, it wouldn't continuously tick like it's supposed to. Well, when they fixed that, oh my god, his damage went skyrocketing. Everyone went AP with attack speed.
Okay.
And now they've fixed it. It's not so bad, but he still does a lot of damage in either direction. He can still do AD carry or even AP carry, or just a annoying little troll.
What would be your advice to some people who are going to try to start jungling?
Jungling? Well, I recommend for good starting junglers, the ones who have high survivability, like Aatrox. He's a good one, because all you have to do is just open up his one ability, which is the ability to switch his sword. I believe it's his E or W. I think it's his W. Anyways, that ability alone can keep you alive in the jungle because it life steals. What you do is you leave it on the damage part of it, which every third strike is extra damage, and on the other set, it's every third strike is healing instead. So do that, then just go with the life, or start off with the damage, and then once his bar gets up high enough, or your life starts getting about 50%, I recommend switching over to the healing, and then he'll start healing and keeping himself around in that range of 50% throughout the whole jungle. And definitely go into the talent trees and get some resistance and help, because they have talents in there for jungle.
Okay. What do you how do you perceive Jinx? Like, how do you see her?
Crazy AD carry with lots of problems.
What would you suggest to people trying to play her?
Make sure you always have a clear line of sight on your target. Use your ult to either kill or to finish off a group or start a fight. Those are debatable, because if you open up with it, that means everyone's going to be already low, and they're going to be popping all their shields and everything for when your group attacks and everything. And some people might even try to flash out of it.
Well, see, guys, he knows a lot more about this than I do, so
it's all the situation.
Do have a surprise for you, however. I am going to shoot a video sometime of him and one of our friends that's in California, they are going to be on Skype together, and they are going to play a game of League and show you how it's done, and pretty much be narrating and probably trolling each other, quite honestly. But
I go Callisti. Callista. Yeah.
But like I said, I do play a little bit. I don't play a whole lot, but I do play a little bit. And
Hey, Fox.
hey, Foxy man. This is one of our mini dogs that we have. This is Foxy. He's kind of just hanging out tonight, aren't you, Fox?
His daddy's out on a date. He's with us today.
So yeah, Foxy man's with us today while his daddy's out on a date. And well, I am going to shoot this video. It's gonna take a little bit of practice, probably, before we can get it going really well. Like I said, I'm just starting out on YouTube. So you're gonna have to give us just a little bit of time, but as soon as we get it figured out how we're gonna record it and how we're gonna, and how you're not gonna see us on the screen, you're just gonna see the game, but you're gonna hear him and our friend Peter in the background. Now, I'm not sure which one Peter's going to want to play, but I'm definitely sure whatever champion they do choose, they will be explaining it the whole time. And what you can use and what not to use and all that. But I do plan on trying to record this game as soon as possible. We do have to talk to our friend Peter and see if he is okay with this, because of course you have to get permission. So, in saying, we will be doing more videos on this. Probably next video we are going to be hitting a very serious subject that has got a lot of people in America talking. It's nothing political. I will not do politics, like I already told you. But, no, next video we do will probably be on a little bit more serious note, and it will be on something that a lot of people have to deal with in life. So, if you like what you're seeing and you want to see more and you want to see that video on League, hit that like button and subscribe, and we will see you next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.